Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone. Let me introduce myself. I'm Jenny Siagita Putri with NPM 2341171 from Class Management 23A. So in this second video, I will tell you about the cognitive bias in accounting decisions. Without any further ado, let's start. So the first thing I will explain the introduction to cognitive bias. So, cognitive bias refers to the systematic errors in thinking that influence how individuals interpret information and make decisions. And in accounting, cognitive bias can affect accountants, managers, auditors, and investors when analyzing financial data or preparing reports. Even experienced professionals may unconsciously rely on assumptions, emotion, or past experiences when making financial judgments. As a result, accounting decisions may become less objective and may lead to inaccurate reporting or poor financial strategies. And the second one is about the importance of cognitive bias in accounting. Understanding cognitive bias is important because accounting decisions greatly influence understanding about organizational performance and stakeholder trust. Financial reports are expected to represent accurate and reliable information, but biases can distort interpretation and judgment. Cognitive bias may affect budgeting, auditing, investment decisions, and risk assessment. By studying this bias, organization can improve decision-making quality and reduce the possibility of financial errors or unethical behaviors. The next slide is about overconfidence bias. Overconfidence bias occurs when individuals believe they are more capable or knowledgeable than they actually are. In accounting, managers or accountants may become too confident in their financial projections or judgments. This excessive confidence can cause professionals to ignore risks, underestimate uncertainties, or fail to seek additional information before making decisions. Overconfidence bias may also contribute to inaccurate forecasts and poor financial planning within organizations. And then the next slide is confirmation bias. Confirmation bias is the tendency to focus information that supports existing beliefs while ignoring evidence that contradicts them. In accounting decisions, managers and auditors may unintentionally select financial data that confirms their expectations or assumptions. This bias can reduce subjectively and lead to incomplete analysis of financial situation, and as the result, important warning signs or financial risks may be overlooked, which can negatively affect organizational performance and transparency. And then about the encoding bias. Encoding bias occurs when individuals rely too heavily on the first piece of information that receive when making decisions. In accounting, initial financial estimates of previous budget figures often influence future judgments even when new information becomes available. Accountants and managers may struggle to adjust their decision because they remain attached to earlier data or assumption. This bias can lead to inaccurate budgeting, forecasting, evaluation, processing. And then my conclusion about this material is cognitive bias. An accounting decision demonstrates that financial judgment is strongly influenced by human psychology and personal perception. Bias such as overconfidence, confirmation bias, anchoring bias, and availability bias can affect financial reporting, auditing, and managerial decisions. Understanding these biases is important for improving objectively accountability and ethical behavior in accounting practices. By recognizing psychological influence, organizations can make more accurate financial decisions and strengthen stakeholder trust. I think that's all my presentation about this material. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.